Hi everybody, Sherry here with Zach and Bubbles, your favorite companion parrots, and today I want to talk to you about the power of the word no. Now, if you've seen my social media, you will know that yesterday I met Sugar Ray. He played at the Meeting Street Music Festival here in West Columbia, and we went to that concert with some friends. We were standing there, and after the concert was over, I looked and I realized that the stage laid out right next to where we were standing, and he was coming out and talking to fans. So I thought, why not? So, being short, which I can do, I stealthily scooted through the crowd, scooted through the crowd. I took motivation from these guys. I just decided to totally go for it. My Rick and the friends that we were with were like, what is she doing? I was going for it. I was taking motivation from these guys. I was totally going for it. And I made it. You saw the picture online. I made it. I actually got to the gate, got to talk to him, shake his hand, got a picture with him, the nice security guards. Took a picture with him, and it worked out. And I got back, and my husband and friends were just like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. You just like walked right up there and did it. What's up? And I was like, you know what? I figured why not give it a shot. I mean, I have heard, what's the worst that would happen? Somebody would tell me no. Please. I have heard that word so many times in my life, I'm completely immune to it. And let me tell you, you get that way. You get that way if you have a proper attitude. And that's, hold on one moment. That's what I want to talk to you about today while this guy takes off. And there we go. So, how did I get to that point? How did I get to a point where I'm just like, hell with it. If I see an opportunity, I'm going to give it a shot. Well, I am not the kind of person that has a favor of man. I have not had everything that I wanted handed to me on a silver platter. I have worked for everything that I've had, and I was kind of raised that way. I was raised that way. You know, that's just the way that we did it. You earn it, you work for it. And frankly, people are very comfortable with saying no to me. They always have been. I guess I just don't have that natural charisma that just makes everybody want to roll along and do it. There's just something about my manner that people don't mind pushing back against me. And after a while, after 50 years, after half a century of the world just saying no to you repeatedly, you just figure, well, I'm still alive. What's the worst that can happen? Another no? Please. I'm not dead yet. Hadn't killed me. Now, I want to talk to you about this because it is a hard thing, though, and I didn't come to that point easily. It is a struggle because the word no is a hard boundary. And it's tough. It's really tough when things big and small. You know, if I wouldn't have made it through that crowd and met Sugar Ray, it wouldn't have had an impact on my life. I mean, it's certainly good and it's something that I'm proud of, and I'm very happy and excited about having that opportunity. He was a big 90s star, and the 90s to my generation are like the 60s and 70s were our parents' generation. You know, it's just, we love it. You know, we want those throwbacks all the time. It was a great time, great music. We were coming of age. It was outstanding, something you never thought you'd be able to do. And my husband was just like, I'm proud of you. You've just really, I mean, that's just a boldness that not everybody has. But it didn't come easy because, as I said, no is a hard boundary. And you hear it all the time in things big and small. And I'm not talking from a trivial, thing like, trying to do something like that. It doesn't work out. It happens in big ways too that really rock your world. You pray for a miracle, for healing, for help with illness, injury, for yourself, for a loved one. Doesn't happen. The answer is no. You've got to learn to live with it. And that's hard. It does shake you. It's emotional. And, those hard boundaries that you can't work through, that you can't persevere through, because sometimes no means not now. Sometimes no means, just not now, not this way, or not ever. And honestly, I think the not evers are the ones that we're talking about here, the ones that are really discouraging because it knocks you down. You had hopes. They didn't come to fruition. You thought somebody or something was for you. It's not. You hit that wall. It's discouraging. But I tell you, one thing I have learned through the years of dealing with no's, big and small, be it miracles I didn't get, opportunities I should have had, things that should have by all rights worked out, but still didn't. Everything can be right and still go wrong. It happens. One thing I've learned is no, whether it's, not this way, not now, or not ever, that hard boundary is a redirection. So what you really have to learn to do with this is you have to learn to open your eyes, lick your wounds, of course, grieve your losses. You need to do that. You need to be honest with yourself emotionally, but don't get stuck there. And this is what I'm telling you today. Don't get stuck there. Look for other opportunities because they are out there. They're out there. You've just got to open your eyes and be willing to consider them. And sometimes it takes that no for you to be able to see what is right for you. It really is a redirection to look for better opportunities you might not have even known existed. And I will tell you right now from personal experience, a no that I received 3 years ago has caused me to reevaluate future steps of my life and consider things and opportunities that I probably wouldn't have thought of. And a lot of it has to do with my writing. It's why I'm here right now talking to you in this video. I've learned. I look for opportunities to upgrade my writing promotion, to reach readers in a new and different way, to get bold enough to make these videos. 3 years ago, I couldn't stand the sound of my voice on a recording. I still can't. But I do it because this is the way it's going now. This is how you reach people to grow your community, to find readers, to connect with others. It's through videos. It's what's happening now. AI's popping too. The girl who couldn't do graphic arts. I can't draw a stick figure. I was hiring out my book covers until a year ago, and then AI came on the scene. I still wouldn't call myself a graphic artist, but you have seen, just look at my profile here or on Instagram or TikTok. I'm making these videos. I'm learning. I'm growing in that capacity. It's not something I ever thought would be possible 5-10 years ago, but it is because, frankly, I gotta know. I can't talk about it a lot on video for reasons, but it just made me rethink things. And it made me open my eyes and see other opportunities. It's funny because a few months ago, somebody else, a friend of mine, actually got a yes in that regard. The opportunity that I thought I should have been offered 3 years ago, it was offered to her in a different setting. And she came to me and she said, "You know what, Sherry, I'm sorry, and I think, it was this or that, and it wasn't you, and da-da-da-da-da." And I said, "Wait, stop. The truth is, what I learned from that experience is that my future lies elsewhere. My opportunities are in other places that I did not know about 3 years ago because they weren't there 3 years ago. They've emerged since then. And I've embraced them as they've emerged to get on the front end of them to find what was really for me. Because here is the ultimate truth I want every single one of you watching this video to know. The favor of man is worthless." You're laughing. I know. Boy, people who have man's favor get pretty far, don't they? Yeah, they do. And they're usually miserable because they force things that weren't right for them. What matters is the favor of God. That's what matters. And when you rely on the favor of God, when you walk in faith and obedience, nothing that is for you will ever miss you. Which means that every no is just a redirection and an opportunity to open your eyes to growth. All of those no's have led to more yeses in my life. I've had family and friends that didn't get the miracle of healing and they passed, or they had to learn to live with hard situations. I've had others like my very husband that we've been living with these past couple of months. It happened. I got a yes. You know, he's recovered from 2 major medical issues, and he recovered from brain surgery. He's recovering from these kidney issues now. He's doing great. You know, that's an example. That's an example. Yes, I have lost loved ones, friends, and family, and I've seen them healed and restored and moving forward in great and powerful ways. And I think that it's just a testament to, we don't know the whole picture, but if you are focusing more on God's will and what's right for you, you can't lose. So, you know what? Take those chances. Just go for it. And the small things make up the big things. You know, pushing through that crowd to meet Sugar Ray yesterday, that was great. That was fun. And that motivates me to keep trying. Hey, that worked out. Perhaps my book release on May 5th will go better because I'm trying new strategies now. More book sales, reach more readers, grow my community. I've got hope. It's propelling me forward in other ways. I really think that things are getting better. Now, will I have a similar experience with the Lacuna Coil concert next weekend? Probably not. But hey, we'll keep our eyes open. Who knows? Might be like the Jerry Cantrell concert. Might wind out second, third row, catching guitar picks or whatever. You don't know. We'll see. And I'll fill you in. I will let you know. So for now, I want to tell you, stay strong, seek the favor and power of the Lord, and you can't lose. And with that, I'll say, see you next time.